welcome to another beautiful, awesome, action-packed show. Of course, I am your host, TeekayTheQueen. Welcome to the Insider. These are, unwritten parts. We have such a phenomenal guest today, and you know what? It will go to show that dynamite really does come in small packages. I have a giant of a man. He is actually a photographer. He is an entrepreneur. He's got his own business in photography. He has graced, many continents of the world. I'm naming America. I'm naming Germany. I stand corrected because he's traveled so much. He's a dynamite. I know him as Brassy, but obviously he will introduce himself. This is another powerful episode. I want you to just stay tuned. Don't forget to follow and like the channel that you are watching this on. But you can see the weather has agreed. We are about to delve into this big giant of a man all the way from Soweto. So he's a Kwanzula. You will understand that he's a Kwanzula man. He's also a motivational speaker. He works with children. He's traveled the world. He's graced the stages. He is there on the commercials. He's such a big man. Who am I talking about? Stay tuned and find out. You will definitely be blown away. We are coming to you live from sunny South Africa. My guest name is Mr. Sipho Seroto. He will introduce himself. And of course, let's have fun. My name is TeekayTheQueen, and these are the unwritten parts, the Insider.
Wow, thank you so much, Sisti. What an honor to be invited by you here on this show. I'm so humbled, and I feel so great to be hosted by you on your show, and thank you so much. Okay, as you introduced, my name is Sipho Seroto. You said I'm from Soweto. Yes, that's where I'm currently staying right now.
Yes.
But my roots actually, I'm from KwaZulu-Natal in Newcastle.
Yes.
Yeah, from a township called Osizweni, popularly known as a mountain. So that's where I come from.
Wow.
So growing up, I grew up from Pretoria. My mother's side is from Pretoria.
Yeah.
Then my father's side is from KZN.
Yes.
So growing up, mostly I stayed at my mother's side, which is in Mabopane in Pretoria.
Yeah.
Then as time went on, then we relocated to KwaZulu-Natal in Newcastle.
Yes.
So that's when that's where I matriculated.
Wow.
I began doing grade 8 there, grade 10 in fact. Grade 10, 11 and 12, and I stayed there up until I matriculated.
Okay.
So
you're a proper Zulu man.
Yeah, Ngumzu.
Insizwa yomzulu. Okay.
Yes, so that's where I stayed up until my high school years, up until I decided to come to Johannesburg for greener pastures. I had so much big dreams coming to Johannesburg. I wanted to see myself as an actor. I wanted to see myself as a presenter, a TV presenter.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my main passion, being a presenter. Then afterwards, then I developed a passion for acting then.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow,
yes.
Such a beautifully diverse man. I mean, when you talk about, KwaZulu-Natal in Newcastle, right? That is home, and Pretoria as well. And then you talk about Johannesburg as well. It shows that you're so diversified. When you are growing up, please tell us more, Sipho. What started that passion of being an actor, a presenter? What started that? Was it automatic, or it's just something that you fell in love with?
It's a passion that I felt in love with as I was growing. It actually started at my high school years.
Yeah.
During my high school years, I was attending a school at Panorama Combined School.
Okay.
It's in Newcastle.
Okay.
It's located at Berry Herzog.
Okay, in Newcastle.
That's the place, yes.
Wow.
So I got so much great support from my educators. The love for acting and the passion for acting and to be a performer.
Yes.
It started there.
Wow.
And I remember the teachers even went on to introduce a drama session at school, whereby we can attend a drama session, whereby we can do drama, rehearse drama after schools, at least once a week. And those sessions, we were taught by Umemhlongwane. That's Umemhlongwane. I still remember her.
Yes.
So she was our drama teacher. So after school, when we had a drama session, I always used to remain so that I can attend our drama sessions.
Wow.
So it started from there.
Yes.
And I felt in love with it to an extent whereby I nearly got disturbed somehow from school.
Okay.
Because of I had this thing of having to come to Joburg while I was still schooling, while I was still attending school, high school though.
Wow.
I wanted to come to Johannesburg so that I can pursue this thing of acting, even if I can do it maybe part-time while I'm still at school. So my father, he's the one who supported me, but somehow he was saying to me that Sipho, focus on your school first. Focus on school. These things you will see them after school. After you matriculated, and then you can then start to focus on this thing, acting. We can see that you've got this passion in acting.
Wow.
And then I remember while I was still at school, I used to do part-time jobs because of a school where I was attending a panorama. I was using a bus. I had an option to use a taxi to go to school, and I also had an option to use a bus, and then the option there to staff sabantwana besikolo. It was a taxi that is dedicated to transport scholars specifically to the school. So I was using a bus because of a bus was more economical. It was more
saving money.
It was less in terms of price compared to taxi at the time. So while I was at school, I used to do part-time jobs on weekends. I used to work at a shop. It was located in Newcastle. It was an Ola Milky Day shop.
Okay.
I was attending there on weekends. It was an ice cream shop. So while I was attending there, I told the managers that I'm so in love with this acting thing. I don't know if maybe they can somehow maybe help me with some money to go to Joburg, and then I want to pursue this thing. I want to see where I can start. Back in the days we used to have classifieds on the newspapers. Classifieds, you will see an ad saying, do you want to be an actor? So call this number. So I wanted to go there. I always used to call this number, and then I used to be answered by a guy called Tammy. So Tammy used to say, Sipho, where are you calling from? And it's a case at the end. And then Tammy would say to me that, okay, we are in Joburg, so are you going to relocate to here because we do auditions in Joburg. So I wanted to do that, and then the managers from Ola Milky Lane somehow they wanted to sponsor me with the money, and then they said, Sipho, we can see that you are in love with this thing of yours, which is acting. Can you do acting for us? They wanted me now to show them on a practical scale now.
And did you have any technical training at that time?
No.
Did you have any maybe a skill, or maybe an institution that you went to go and act?
Not really, but then what I remember is that at home, it was Izweni. There used to be this gentleman called Dlamini. I think Uput. Uvusi or Uduma. I think it was Uduma Dlamini. Uduma.
If I remember well.
No, Uduma Dlamini. And then he used to teach drum. Like he was so awesome. He was so talented. Onga drama sessions people they used to travel by art festivals to go, like Grahamstown Arts Festival. They used to go and perform. So I used to be there to rehearse part-time and be a school. I'll just quickly wash my uniform, my shirts, then leave them hanging on the line while I go to rehearse, and then we allow the uniform and then I just remove it from the washing line, and then I used to do them. I used to do those things for myself. So so that's I can say that's a little bit of the background. He used to do theater. bekasifundisa kakhulu i-theatre
Yeah.
iy'keshi ze-theatre. Yeah, he was so talented when it comes to mentoring you in terms of the theatre
Yeah.
performance. He had a good eye to spot where ukuthi like as a performer ungaba good with theatre, whether ungaba good with screen acting. Yeah, he was that kind of a person, so he used to mentor us. So he was a good teacher as well.
That's
so
awesome.
yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. It just shows that your talent really started from a very young age, but you were always so determined because you've traveled. It is because of your, traveling that people are now understanding that, oh my God, this person is serious when it comes to some of the work that you've done. Brasi, share with us some of the work that you've done that is in theatre, that is in television. Yes.
Now, after matriculating, I came to Johannesburg. I remember I matriculated in 2008.
Yeah.
Then I got my matric certificate in 2009.
Yeah.
Then in 2009, early 2009, I think it was around February.
Yes.
Yeah, I came all the way to Johannesburg from Newcastle. I stayed with my father. My father has been staying around here in Johannesburg, in Soweto.
Yeah.
Wow, since the 90s.
Wow.
Since the early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
since
father.
Mandela was freed from prison.
Yes. So even long before Mandela was freed, I think my father started to stay in Soweto. It was somewhere around the mid 80s, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I came here, he said, "You know what, Sipho? I'm gonna stay with you because of my main aim when I came to Johannesburg. I wanted to go to my mother's side family, which is at Mabopane.
In Pretoria. Yeah.
Yes. So I didn't go to Pretoria. Instead, my father said, "Okay, you can stay here with me because if I see you want to do these things, acting, of which." Indawo zakhona zila eJozi, so you're gonna uzokhona ukuthi usuke ePretoria uze eJozi for attend ama auditions and doing ama shoots and everything. So my father wanted to make things simple for me and easy for me, that let's stay with me in Soweto. If you get anything that calls you to go and do to go and attend an audition, if you get a call, you know that it's a local from here, around here, like
just
Jozi,
one local.
So that's how convenient it became. Then I stayed with my father ever since then.
I love, and a big shout out to Sipho's father, Babu Seroto, right? A big shout out to him. How important, Sipho, is it for parents to support children that are in the arts? How important is it? Because you find others that are not as fortunate as yourself. Do you understand? You find a person that does not even, a parent that does not even understand what is art. What are you doing? Why? When you're saying you're going for a call, where are you going? Where's the money going to come from? How important is the support from our parents, our siblings? Do you understand? How important is it in shaping your career?
I think the support is very important based on the understanding of the industry from our parents. Our parents, most of them, majority, if I can say so, they don't like to support their kids in terms of arts because of why? They don't look at it as a career. It's something like a hobby. They don't take it seriously. But there are those parents who are taking it seriously.
Yes.
So for me, the support started back home in Newcastle. My elder sister, Tembiso, she used to support me a lot. Even when I was still at school, and then you're going to push this thing, acting. So she always used to encourage me. She was one person who was somehow my role model, if I can say, because she was always supporting me. And she used to say, "Sipho, one day you'll make it. When a begazela attend the school, you're gonna make it. After school, then go and push this thing, acting, then you're gonna make it." And then the support also that I got from my father. I know when I used to go for auditions, the first time I went to go and join the agencies, my father who gave me the money that go there. I remember I went to Market Theatre. It was in 2009. There was a play I went there to watch, and then it was so nice. I don't remember the name of the play, but then it was performed at the Market Theatre Laboratory.
Yeah.
So it was so nice. That play, it was so nice. And then that's the first time I saw Abu Baba Sello Mageka Ncube. He was there as part of the audience. I was like, wow, I'm meeting these giants now.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So yeah, and then that was the first time. Then on the following day, I went to join an agency. There was an agency around La Ejowek. They called it Zero to Hero, but I was an extra.
Wow.
So yeah,
Yes.
then I joined there. Then I became an extra on some number of television series, and then yeah, then it was so nice. So yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
but the
awesome,
support,
Percy.
yeah, the
Yes.
support. Sorry to interrupt you. The support I
Yeah.
really got it mostly from my family.
Yeah.
My father, my mom,
Yes.
my eldest mom from Newcastle, the one
Yeah.
that I stayed with,
Yes.
my sister,
Yeah.
my brothers.
Wow.
They gave me so much great support.
That's
so,
awesome, Percy.
yeah.
I would like for you to give support to someone that is watching, that would like to be like you one day. You know, the way that you are so articulate, and I know that you do radio work as well as a presenter. Do you understand? I used
Oh,
to
yes.
listen to your show on
Oh,
radio
yeah.
with the nice R&B.
Wow.
Please talk to someone at home that is feeling this thing inside, but they don't know where to go and they don't have that support. Please give them that encouragement at home, our viewers at home.
For the viewers at home, what I can say is that if you are passionate about acting, it may not be acting in particular, anything. Maybe you might be passionate about being a pilot, you might be passionate about being a businesswoman or a businessman. Follow the passion. And one thing that I loved about the support that I got from my parents is that in 2010, while I was still working as an extra on one of the television soapies, my father said, you know what, Sipho, can you do a course
Yeah.
that will at least somehow open some doors for you
Wow.
within the industry?
Yes.
Then I went to do a TV presenting course.
Nice.
Then it was in 2010. There used to be an institution called Media Concepts.
Yes.
I think it was an in-house institution
Yeah.
at SABC, because we used to attend theory sessions of the course at the
Yes.
Radio Park Auditorium at SABC in Auckland Park. So that taught me that even broadened my knowledge and my mindset in terms of TV presenting, that it is not only a matter of you speaking. There are techniques that you've got to use to be a presenter,
Yes.
that makes you to be a good presenter.
Yeah.
So
True.
I can say that such courses, they really gave me that so much. I can say they helped me to advance myself in terms of being a presenter, and it even helped me to get into radio, because I once worked for an online radio station.
Yes.
And people really loved the work that I was doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
Yes.
Percy, any maybe ideas in the future for you to write a book? Because sometimes, well, I have the pleasure of knowing you personally and professionally, of course, but I feel like you are just one person that has a life that is just so rich. Your story, it continues to inspire me. It continues to give me hope for the future, in this South Africa that we're in this world that we're in this beautiful green planet that we're in. Would you ever consider writing a book? Because I know that you do fitness, you do photography. There's a lot of hats that you wear. Would you ever write a book? Because we need this knowledge, especially for the young ones that are watching. I know young people that you work with. Do you understand? In Soweto, in the community, as a community activist. You understand?
Yes.
So, is there a chance that you would write a book, or maybe erect a school, or anything of that nature? Because you're a giant.
I think in the future I might consider that. I might not write a book now because I'm still trying to find myself into getting a proper breakthrough within the industry.
Yes.
So I think writing a book is something that I can consider maybe in the future. Then it will be a chapter of my whole life, how it started when I started in this industry, the passion, how it started up until I reached where I said, now I'm satisfied. This is what I wanted to reach.
Yes.
So then I can be able maybe to transfer the knowledge. I can write a book then, so that at least people can learn from that book. People can learn from what I've been through, how I started, the challenges that I've been through, because there are challenges in this industry. It is not just a matter of you having a dream, then everything that works turns out nice and easy for you. So there are challenges. So I think in the book, in the future, I'll be able to even outline in detail the challenges that I've been through, that I've faced. So should the opportunity to present itself for me to write a book, definitely I will do it, but not in the near future.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Proceed. And just talking to you like this, I can tell that you are just so calm. You are just so calm, and it shows that you know how it's like to look within. There's a saying in English that says that still waters, they run deep. Do you understand? What makes you to be calm? Before we get into your relationship status, because I'm sure the ladies want to know, such a handsome young man, that has traveled the world like this, and that works with different people within the entertainment industry. Is he married? Is he single? Is it something you're gonna share with us? But before you do that,
we can take a break, a little bit of a break.
A break. Guys, catch us after the break. We are still here with Brasi. He seems to be dodging my question, but we'll see you after the break. Welcome back from the break. This is still your host with the most, TeekayTheQueen, and we're still chilling so nicely with Brasiga. He's taking over the Boeing, and we're coming to you live from the city where there is an airport. We are very close to Tambo, so you might just hear a bit of airplanes coming here and there. Okay, it is still the insider, and these are the unwritten parts, of course, with your host with the most, TeekayTheQueen. Now, Brasipo, before we went on the ad break, I did mention that you're so down to earth, you're so humble, and I even said that still waters run deep. Okay, you've traveled the world, you've been to Miami, you've been to KwaZulu Natal, you've traveled, and you have the best of both worlds. Please tell us your love life as such a successful young man. Is there someone in your life right now, and what is your idea of love and marriage and family? Tell our viewers at home, our sisters that are asking, just hoping that you are not taken.
Okay, wow. When it comes to love and relationships, I can say that I haven't succeeded in terms of relationships. By that meaning that I haven't succeeded, I simply mean that I've been trying for relationships. Several people have tried, but I've never succeeded in terms of that. I've never reached a point whereby I can say that, I've met that person that I can see that she is the ideal person that I can build life with, maybe. Because of relationships, it's not a matter of getting into a relationship, but you should get into a relationship whereby the person that you are engaging with into a relationship, that you're building with your life with, should be a person that you see that you'll both go into the future together. You'll grow together from the age that you met. You'll grow together. If it reaches a point whereby we'll grow together into a relationship up until we reach our 70s, our 60s, our 80s. For as long as we can live. That's the kind of kind of. So I haven't succeeded. For now, I can say that I haven't found a person, so I decided to take a break from relationships. So I'm single. I'm just trying to focus on building my life. As you said earlier on, that I've been going international. There's a stage play that I got an honor and an opportunity to be part of. It's called The Head and the Load. It's a stage play by Mr. William Kendridge.
Yeah.
So it's a play that has been making me to travel around the world. I'm not alone in the play. It's a play that consists of people from different countries. Some of us, we are from South Africa. Some of the people that in the play they are from England. Some of them from Belgium. Some of them from the United States. Some of them from Amsterdam, Netherlands. Different parts of the world. So we are all combined in that show, and we are there to make a play called The Head and the Load by William Kendridge. So it's the same play that made me travel. The first time we traveled, we went to United States, at Massachusetts in the United States.
Wow,
that's where we traveled.
United States, yes.
Oh yes, and then that was in 2018. That was my first time, my first tour to travel out of South Africa. I've never been to United States before. That was my first time going to USA.
Wow.
And then we went to Massachusetts. Then the first play we opened at a place called Masmoka, which is the Massachusetts Museum of Contemporary Arts, Masmoka.
Wow.
It's in North Adams in Massachusetts. So that's where we went. So yeah, while we were there, then I was still doing content for YouTube. I went there with equipment, cameras. During my spare time, I used to shoot CSS exclusive show. I was not alone though. I was accompanied by Julia Benham. She's one of the people that we were part of the show of The Head and the Load with.
Yes.
And every time when I went out with the camera, she was so in love with what I was doing. And she said, Sipho, can I work with you in this thing that you're doing? I kind of like it, I see when you are during your spare time, you go around with the camera. Yeah, then I traveled to England afterwards. We went to Germany. We went to New York City. We went to Amsterdam in the Netherlands. The last and recent tour that we did, we went to Miami. That was in November 2022 November. We spent, I think, about almost 2 weeks there.
Yes.
Yeah, then we came back December, the first week of December. That was in 2022. So yeah, relationship wise, I haven't succeeded. I decided to take a break, focus on building my life, my future. Maybe along the way, the opportunity will present itself to.
Maybe she's watching out there. She's like, that's my man.
Oh yeah, we'll never
Feel
know.
free to reach out. I mean, this is a humble, sweet man, And what do you think is the misconception at the moment when it comes to relationships as young people? Because I read a study, and this was a study done in the United States, that black people, the people of color in the United States, meaning the black Americans, they are declining. The families in America, the black families are declining, so they are not making, as much babies as compared to the Latinos or the Asian companies. So the people of color are the ones that are declining when it comes to them going forward, with populating the world. So what do you think are some of the misconceptions that we have as young people, or as living in this AI world, living in this indoda must? There's a saying in our Zulu language that says indoda must, a man must provide for me. Absolutely. We're going on dinner, you are paying for that dinner date and so forth. What are some of the misconceptions?
Okay, I think from my point of view, I'll just simply say it from my own understanding. I think a person who is a relationship expert can maybe give us a more detailed response, but I will take it according to my understanding. I'm not a relationship coach or expert though, but I can say that some of the misconceptions that people have, the vision that you have when you enter into a relationship, you must have a vision that what is it that you want to achieve. I know that in most ordinary situations, people get into a relationship that I want to get married, I need to have a wife, I need to have kids, build family. So the vision is there at the time. So I think there are too many things that are affecting us as people, as the society at large. Technology, the things that we are exposed to in terms of technology. I think some of the things people are learning from what they watch, maybe,
Yes,
on videos, on films. So the way we are adapting to technology and how the world evolves in terms of our lifestyles.
Yeah.
I think that's some of the things that is causing the misconception of the decline into people building relationships, stable relationships, building families. I can say I think that is some of the things that are affecting us.
Yeah.
So,
Wow, guys, I told you earlier that we are in the city of Okuruleni and we are just near OR Tambo, so please don't mind when you keep on hearing the bowings, the bowings. And this other day I saw Qatar, and I was like, you know what, if I could only be in first class, Qatar Airlines. And I love the fact that you are so you are worldwide. Do you understand that you've been to the UK, you've been to America? What are some of the culture differences as compared to here at home in South Africa? What are some of the cultural differences? Because I know for a fact that you actually have a bike that you use. You're a cyclist.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
How is the fitness? Are they cycling more compared to us Africans? What are the different cultures since you have that worldview?
Based on what I've experienced traveling abroad to other countries outside the African continent, is that in most European countries, most of the European countries are considered or classified as first world countries. Which means that they are more developed in terms of their infrastructure, their road infrastructure, and that's when you get to realize that you see people having other modes of transport other than cars, which is cycling. In most European countries, cycling is not just only for fitness, but it's a way of transportation. And I felt in love with that. And I remember there was a time we went to do a show, They Had in the Load. It was in 2019, around May. We went to Amsterdam. We performed at Theatre Amsterdam.
Nice.
The hotel that was booked for us for the duration of our stay and the show, there were bicycles at that hotel, and then I would hire one for 24 hours. It was 12 euros at the time, and then for 24 hours I would ride a bike around the city of Amsterdam. The infrastructure is so it's so advanced that to an extent that they have specific dedicated bicycle lanes. They are not used by vehicles, they are not used by other means of transport other than bicycle or maybe a motorbike. So it's so safe to cycle there. They will fall in love with cycling because of the infrastructure is well developed. For you as a cyclist or as a person who would love to travel with a bicycle, you will fall in love more with the bicycle there. So that's when we came from Amsterdam, then we came to South Africa after the show. I bought myself a first bicycle. It was a 26-inch bicycle. Then I started to use it for traveling, just for commuting around.
Yes.
Even though our infrastructure this side in South Africa is not that developed and advanced in terms of the cycling infrastructure, so I just have to make sure that I'm careful on the road. I had to advance myself, educate myself about road safety rules from arrival life as a cyclist. What are the things you need to look out for as a cyclist for your safety? So that's what helped me. So I think also being responsible as a cyclist, to be responsible that I'm not the only one cycling on the road. There are other road users. There are pedestrians, there are motorists, there are bikers. So I always have to make sure that not only considering my own safety, but consider the safety of all other road users. So
That's awesome.
Even today, the passion is still there today.
Yes.
I'm still in love with the bicycle even up until today.
Yes.
I don't think my passion and the love for bicycle will ever perish or die.
I don't think so too. And one day I just wanna get a bike and take me through the towers. There's these towers. Is it Orlando Towers?
Oh yes,
Yes,
yeah,
we can
they in
cycle
Orlando.
there.
Yes.
That's my dream.
Yeah, it used to be power station back in the days,
Oh,
but I
yes.
was not born yet.
Oh.
Yeah, those Soweto towers. Yeah, it's a tourist attraction site.
Yes.
Some of the tourists when they visit Soweto, they go to Soweto towers.
Yes.
And they do something like skydiving, but there's a rope mounted on them.
Like a bungee
and
jump.
then they
Yeah.
jump down. Then the rope is tightened up on them. So
Would you do that, Rusty? Would you do that, Mr. I would do it.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm scared of heights, though. Eh?
Are you scared of heights?
I'm scared of heights. Yeah, but especially if it's something that I've got to climb, whereby I can see it's far for me to go down. Yeah, those kind of heights, I'm kind of afraid of them. So
wow.
yeah.
This is such an interesting episode and it's so fun filled. We are getting to learn more and more about this awesome, dynamite of a man. I call him Brasi, but he goes by the name of Sipho Seroto. I would like to go to your business that you have, the business of photography in the community. I know that you are a community activist. You work with the community, be it the South African police service, be it the we call them the creches around where you work, the schools around where you stay, right?
Yes.
I know you work a lot with the community, but when it comes to your business in particular, how is it affecting the community, especially the community of Soweto, of the East Rand, where we are right now, all the way from Soweto? So how is it impacting the community, and how do you work?
Okay. It also started with the passion. For me to start the photography and videography work service, it started with the passion. I fell in love with the camera. And as much as I was an actor in a number of television series here in South Africa, being on the set, looking at the camera, the equipment that is there on the set, then you get exposed to other things that besides being an actor, there are other things that you can also learn camera. And then I started to fall in love with the camera. I bought my first camera in 2014. I was still working at the market research company that time. It was in Randburg, but actually the headquarters of that company, they were based in Hyde Park, here in Johannesburg. So I used to put a little bit of salary that I was getting, the money that I was making, though I was earning on commission at that job, but I was trying to put some money aside through my earnings so that I can buy equipment. And I bought my first camera. It was a Sony Handycam. I taught myself how to use it. Then I saw a gap and the need to start a video recording service and a photo shoot service. And then I started CSS Pictures, which is the name of the service, the photography and videography service.
Big shout out to CSS Pictures.
So the impact that it's making in the community is that besides providing a service to the community, whether it can be an event, whether it can be a birthday party, a wedding, a funeral service, an unveiling service, I also empower other people, because I don't only work alone in CSS Pictures. There are other people that I work with. We've got video hostesses, and then there are young kids as well. Recently I've worked with Tato. I've been shooting some videos with her, and then I've worked with Abu Ayanda, quite a number of people that I've worked with. So passing the skill of having to present through this service, from what I've learned through a presenting course that I did at Media Concepts in 2010, those techniques, I'm also passing the skills and the knowledge to other young people or other people who also might have the passion to be in front of the camera. So all those technicalities, I'm teaching them, how to be a good presenter, how to articulate your script, how to project yourself while you're talking. You don't just talk, but you need to have a way to present yourself and articulate yourself. and project yourself as well. So
Wow.
I think that's the impact that is making that, I'm passing the knowledge and the skills to other people within the community.
Yes.
So yeah.
Wow, Brasi, before we go to an ad break, I'd like to find out you personally. Would you say that you're a person that loves movies or you like reading a book? Where would you put yourself?
I love more of what I see on screen. I can say I love more of the movies. Reading a book, I think if I were to compare, I can say 70% will go with watching movies, then 60% will go with reading a book.
Yes.
So I can read a book once I'm at a quiet space, there's no sound, then I can sit and concentrate. Lately, I've been reading articles on my mobile phone. If I come across an article, I read it.
Yes.
So yeah, reading alone is a skill. So yeah.
Wow, guys, you know what? We are just about to wrap it up. We're gonna quickly go to an ad break. Just go and grab a glass of water because really we are learning about the bicycles and the different cultures in London as to compare to South Africa. So it's really a fun-filled and a worldwide view that Brasia is giving us. And wow, what a legend, what a giant of a man. Please stay with us. We'll see you after this short ad break. Welcome back to our exciting and fun-filled episode. This is the last segment of the show. Of course, this is still your girl TK the Queen, and we are still on the insider. We are having these parts that we are just, they're unwritten. We are in a part, but it's unwritten. You know what I mean? Like the book that you still have to write. Brasi.
Yeah.
I am still with my guest, Bra Sigabopa Bra Sipho, and you know what? We just want to make sure that you are enjoying yourself. We are coming to you live from sunny South Africa, and please feel free to engage with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. My hashtags, of course, are TK the Queen on Instagram, Facebook, as well as X, Twitter. Okay, and of course, we can engage, and I know that Brasi is also going to share his hashtags as well. Brasi, we are living in a world whereby there is a high rate when it comes to suicide attempts and suicidals, whereby a person is unaliving themselves. Okay, we are facing the economy, it's the weather, it's the dating relationships, it's the health, it's the mental health. What can you say to a person that is going through this turmoil inside them with the depression and they want to end it all? What are some of the things that keep you grounded when you are going through a hard time yourself? Things are not coming together. You are not having a show. Do you understand?
Yes.
How do you keep up, and what keeps you motivated?
I think it's a good question. I like it, and you've seen a number of people, especially more young people like ourselves, myself, yourself, and our age group in general, and we see them committing suicide nowadays. I think it has to start with one's self-mental capability, that in everything, try to put yourself first as much as before everything comes. So I can say that to a person who is thinking of committing suicide, we've got some suicidal thoughts, just know that whatever the situation you're facing, it's only temporary. There's no situation that will remain permanent. So hang in there, persevere, and just be positive to yourself that this is just a situation for now. It won't be permanent. Possibly it will end, and I will be able to project into a more smoother life or lifestyle like I did before. So to a person who's having some suicidal thoughts, thinking of unaliving themselves because of they are going through hardships in terms of relationship, life in general, work, careers, just know that you are meant to be on this earth for a purpose. And once you unalive yourself, so now you are defeating the whole purpose of you having to exist in this world. I believe that everyone has a purpose in life. You have a role to play in this planet, in this world in general. Maybe if I can take it, just to make an example. Growing up, I never knew that I would ever find myself in another country outside South Africa, but it happened.
Wow.
So it kind of showed me that, you know what, everyone has a purpose in life. The Creator has created you to have a purpose in life. You might not realize it now, but as time goes on, all those difficulties that you are facing, just know that they are only there on a temporary means. So they are not there permanently. So everything comes and passes. So those situations that you are facing in life, the difficulties, definitely they will come to end.
Wow. And you know, as Brasi was articulating himself, as you were talking, Brasi, it's like a blanket that I also needed, you know, because we are going through a lot, you know. Mental health is something that affects each and every one of us. And some of us maybe might be able to hide it well, but that does not mean that it does not hit as hard. So I love it when you are telling us that, you know what, everyone has a purpose in this lifetime.
Yes.
There's a book by Dr. Cindy Trim that I have, and I love reading that book. It says exactly that even the cockroach has a purpose.
Yes.
Even the butterfly, do you understand that?
Yes.
The
egg,
photosynthesis.
anything in this world
it's got
has
a
a purpose. Yes.
Brasipo, I just want you to tell us 2025 and beyond. We are so excited, Brasi. There's all these opportunities that are knocking at your door. I know your emails are running. They always want to work with you. Brasipo, for 2025, what is your game plan for 2025? Because it's the most amazing time. There's a lot of opportunities. The international front is coming in Africa, in South Africa. They are looking for those torchbearers such as yourself. What is the plan for 2025? Give us the game plan for 2025.
For 2025, I still want to stick on focusing on the video recording and photo shoot work through CSS Pictures. And
CSS Pictures.
And also looking forward to get more opportunities in terms of getting gigs, whether it can be in television. I did a number of television commercials in the past, 2 Showmax TV commercials, and then I also did one
Showmax,
game store TV commercial that was in 2022. So I got featured on there. So I want to make sure that at least I put myself out there and make sure that I get as enough gigs as possible, and then also get to learn. I think one thing about this industry is that learn. If you get an opportunity to go to school, study for something, well, it can be sound engineering, do it. As long as you know that you will have a qualification, because of nowadays the industry now is in demand of people who've got qualifications. If you are an actor, it's not like back in the days during the times of Abu Baba Undaba Mfong, whereby you were getting recognized on your talent.
Yeah.
Nowadays, to be an actor, they want to see if did you go to a drama school, do you have a diploma in acting. These institutions such as your broadcasters now, they do skills audit now. They want to see if this person is he or she fit for this position that they are holding. Even if it can be doing radio presenting, you need to advance yourself. Go to school, do a course that will help you to advance yourself and your skills in that. So going into 2025 and beyond, I want to advance myself even more in terms of what the industry is offering and what also I can do. Yes. So that's what I'm looking forward to do. Yes, if I get an opportunity to go and learn and study, I will definitely go and grab that opportunity.
My goodness.
Yes.
Such powerful words, because if I can remember, even our former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela,
yes.
he is the one that says, the key to success is education.
Yes,
educating
yes,
and
yes.
equipping yourself, because now we're moving into AI.
Yes.
Things are different.
Yes.
So it's good to be up with the times.
Yes, definitely.
I wish you the best, Brasi. I wish you the
thank
best.
you.
We want to get in contact with you. What are your socials? Where can our viewers find you? If we want to contact you to collaborate, contact you for an interview, because you are a presenter yourself. You understand? You're an actor. A world traveler. Someone wants to get into fitness. You do the cycling. Do you understand? Someone wants to learn about the voice coaching. How do we get in contact with you, Brasi?
Thank you. I'm available on social media. I have a Facebook account. You can find me. My name is Sipho Seroto, as I am Sipho Seroto. That is SIPHO SEROTO. And then you can also find me on, there's a page that I created. It's called Sipho the Versatile Artist. You can also catch me there. You can also communicate with me through CSS Pictures Facebook page. The Facebook page is simply at CSS Pictures. You can search at CSS Pictures. You see the logo. It's got the camera logo just a little bit in the background, and then it's written CSS Pictures Beyond Imagination. That is the slogan. So that's where I am on social media. And then also we've got a channel on YouTube. It's called the CSS Pictures. So people can also check out the YouTube channel. There's some the content that I do. I post it there, so that's how people can get in contact with me. I am reachable in different ways. Even on email. Email I can be found on Sipho Seroto. That is SIPHO SEROTO 89@gmail.com. If you want to send me an email and communicate with me through email, that's where I'm available as well.
Oh wow, that's awesome. You actually used to do radio, and I would listen to your shows, and you were just driving us. With the person, they say that a person is really driving this airplane. You definitely drive the Boeing. I would absolutely enjoy the show and the music as well.
Yes.
Of course, as we wrap it up, we would like to find out from you, Brasi, words of encouragement, words of just, people going out there.
Yes.
People just going out there instead of doubting ourselves,
Okay.
As we wrap it up. This is the last segment, guys. Okay. But I can't seem to let him go because he's got so much knowledge.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you. I think wrapping it up, some words of encouragement, I would say that trust and believe in what you do. Trust in what you do. If you are somebody who's passionate about cooking, you want to become a chef, trust in what you do. Trust in your craft and trust in your talent. And don't take criticism as a way of letting yourself down or letting you down, but take criticism as something that will uplift you. I've been criticized a lot as a video cameraman, as a videographer, but I didn't take criticism as a way of destroying myself and making me to have a low self-esteem. But I took that criticism as a platform to identify my weaknesses. That this is where I've got to improve. When they criticize me, this is where I need to do some improvement. So I can say trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and always ask somebody with a good eye to give you the second opinion, like in terms of what you are passionate about, in terms of trying to find yourself are you good enough in terms of what you're trying to do. Get people who give you good advices. So trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and never let the negativeness, everything that you do, there will always be a negativeness. You try to establish a business, some people will talk good, some people will never talk good, so never let negativeness drag you down. So so always be that person that you're passionate about what you do.
Wow.
Yes.
And that's when the sun was shining so much, because it's like the heavens are approving that message. I'm like, we're under the African sun, do you understand? We'd like to thank you so much, Brasi, for, giving us your time, and inspiring us. And I hope that you have enjoyed today's episode. It was fun-filled, it was impactful, it was educational. Brasi actually took us from one area to the next, and he just painted a beautiful big picture. I'm feeling so good about 2025, and I hope that you have enjoyed the show. I'm TK the Queen, your host with the most. It's been well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brasi.
And what I would like to say to you as we are just closed now,
yes,
is that I love what you do as well.
Yes.
Trust in yourself. You're gonna go places and you're gonna make it big in life, in terms of what you do. And thank you so much for hosting me and for inviting me to your show. It's a pleasure for me. Thank you so much.
And it's a wrap.